Lord British, aka Richard Garriott, the creator of Ultima Online, one of the greatest sandbox MMORPGs ever made. Richard is a colourful character with a whole lot of accolades against his name. Game maker, astronaut, president of the Explorers Club, a legacy which is truly unique and noteworthy. But in today's video, we're going to take a look at arguably one of his biggest failures and what potentially has ruined his gaming career. That's right, we're diving into Shroud of the Avatar, Forsaken Virtues. Let's see how bad it really is. Before we get started, let's take a quick trip down memory lane and look at how Shroud of the Avatar came to be.
Greetings, I'm Richard Garriott, known to some of you as Lord British, the creator of the Ultima series.
Some of you might have guessed already that Shroud of the Avatar was indeed a KickStarter MMO. And as you can see, it raised a ton of money whilst also having quite a lot of backers. On a completely unrelated note, Chris Roberts, the founder and creator behind Star Citizen, is actually really good friends with Lord British. I wonder if he had any influence on the decision to kickstart Shroud of the Avatar. So what exactly was going to set this MMO apart from all the others, you might be wondering?
First, we're creating a detailed, interactive world. If something looks like it should be interactive, it should respond to interaction.
There were many selling points to Shroud of the Avatar, including the story writing, the option for a offline mode, choices have consequences, and what every MMO player wants, crafting, and of course, housing. In other words, all the usual bollocks that every Kickstarter MMO promises.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Long story short, 5 years after the Kickstarter, it officially leaves early access and is fully released as of March 2018. October of the same year, it then went free to play, and 1 year later, the title is basically sold to Catnip Games. The Steam charts also don't paint a pretty picture. Even on the official release, player numbers barely reached 600. Let's just say the game's release could have been better, and if numbers go any lower, there won't be a game left. And as for Richard Garriott, the visionary behind this title, well, he's no longer associated with it. He's busy doing some crypto scam. But do you know what my takeaway from all of this is? There's a free MMORPG that you can play on Steam right now. Let's fucking go! I have to say, it's weird seeing the option to play offline in a MMORPG. Like, what the fuck? So let's jump straight into the bit that everyone enjoys the most, and that is of course the character creator screen. What I find odd about the character creator is that the only race that you can choose
is black.
Is human. The only race you can choose is human. What I'm trying to say is that there's no dark elves, cat people.
If you call me a cat again, I'm gonna stab you.
Or orcs. It's all just a human race. I'm gonna go with Blop Plop as my name. It just kind of rolls to the tongue. Blop Plop. Another aspect of the character creator which was just plain odd was the fact that there's about 20 plus tattoos to choose from and about 10 haircuts. Make it make sense. Eventually I found a look that I liked and a personality to match.
I'm gonna bum you. Yep. I like to do the bumming around here.
Anyway, I was done with the character creator and it was time to start my adventure.
Okay, let's go.
So upon first loading the game, I have to say it was a nice clean UI, the graphics weren't too bad. It seemed like your normal typical starting area. Alright, we've got Wazda. Little Wazda. There was a trail of blood on the path, so naturally I followed it. I mean, I had no weapons or any clue as to what was going on, but sure. Blood leading into the woods, let's follow. Oh my god, it's a dead body. Who could have seen that coming? Where's its head? Oh no, head's there. This looks like every Unity MMO ever, in the nicest way possible.
Oh my god, guys. There's an awoken zombie who's saying... Alright, guys. It's time for me to become a man. I guess it's tab targeting, right? I don't have any skills.
Turns out the only skill I had was the ability to heal myself. So I opted for plan B, which was to loot the corpses around me and hope that I find a weapon. By the way, if you think the graphics look grainy, it's partly because the footage is taken directly from my live stream. But don't worry, they will get better in the next 2 minutes. Also, shameless plug, I stream every Friday on YouTube and Twitch. Eventually, I looked at my inventory and discovered that I had a whole host of weapons in my pocket.
Oh my god, I have weapons, but they haven't equipped it. Equip. Equip.
I then spent the next 5 minutes trying to figure out how to get my weapon out so I can use it.
Is like a certain button to like get your weapon out? Oh my god. It's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be one of those games. Okay, well, I can't figure out how to get my weapon out. I assume if it's important, it'll happen naturally. Yeah. I love discovering new MMOs. It's like the best feeling in the world. Oh. There's a body on the floor. Okay, God. From Johan. We best read it in the midst of a fire. To whoever finds this. All the guards have been killed when the undead attacked our town. I am no fighter. I know I cannot hold them off. I sent Abigail ahead to Soul Town while I look for Charlotte. I hope I can find her before the worst happens. Johan. Yes, mate. If I'm ever in a burning building about to face my death, I just want to make sure I write a note so that, you know, it wasn't a complete waste of time. You can finally catch a stream. Oh, there's a child in here. Hello, small child in burning building. I hope you're okay. Double click child to talk to her.
What'd you fucking say?
Hello?
I'm 13.
Oh, right.
And she's 11, you nonce.
This is how you end up in prison. Ah! Don't touch me, child! No! No!
Interestingly enough, when you go to talk to an NPC, it comes up with a chat box like you're talking to some sort of AI, although rest assured, there's no intelligence here.
Type your name. You can tell Charlotte whatever name you like. Mike Jackson. I'm scared, Mike Jackson. Daddy told me to hide, but I'm scared. I've tried to be good and wait here, but it's been a long time. You're in a burning building, child. This house is on fire. You should leave. But I can't get her alone. You actually... Is she regarded? Yes, I will help you. Okay, I'll try not to get in the way to be good. Take this whistle. If we get separated, you can use it to call me back. Okay. Okay. Go whistle at a child.
As you can see, I'm already on the hero's path as I saved a small child from a house fire.
Small child, you're now safe from the fire. Huzzah! I really like roleplay games for this reason. You can really like just be whoever you want to be. Like me, Mike Jackson. We're just gonna go this way. We're just gonna keep looting the corpses. Yep. I haven't even got a sword yet, have I? Oh. Oh, I've got a rusty sword. Oh, it's coming straight for us. Run!
Once again, whilst playing a old MMO, I couldn't figure out how to do a basic task. So naturally, I used my intelligence to try and figure it out.
Okay, I'm still being chased by a zombie. How do I get the sword out? Oh, got different views. No, that's a book. Sword. Aha! Z. Z is to sheath. I should know this. Attack. Wow. Wow. This is combat. She needs to learn about fire. She needs to learn at a young age that fire is bad. Huzzah! I am in the tavern. And I will collect this letter and read it whilst the building burns down. Because that's the best time to check a letter. My dearest Regina, G has kept us apart far too long. As I assured you in the past, my time at Solace Bridge comes...
Hi, Mark.
Oh, shit. Shit. Charlotte Gray, help me.
Now that I had the ability to slay enemies, I explored the village a little bit more before heading over to this robot creature being.
Aha! I am SBG 1907. I am not confident you can survive the threats beyond this gate. For me to remove the magical barrier that blocks access to the bridge, I require these things from you. Choose a skill to learn, then drag it into the icon on your combat hotbar. Inform me when you are ready to train.
Essentially, it was an introduction to the skill tree. As you level up, you will unlock more skills. However, you need to apparently speak to one of these robot people who will then train you in that skill. As this is just a tutorial, it cost me nothing to unlock a skill. However, further on in the game, I did get charged. Anyway, I picked a skill and the robot let me through the gate. Side note, why the fuck are there robots in this game but not elves?
Perfect. Thank you, robot.
For this next part, I thought I'd try my hand at archery, and I have to say, it was certainly a version of archery in a game.
Oh. Oh, boom. Let's go. Why is he walking forward while shooting? Saving a shot. Boom. Is it because I was holding left trigger to aim? Maybe. Oh, mate. I am like the best archer that ever was. Although I do kind of prefer the sword, if I'm being honest. Oh, it's an ambush. Child soldier, help me. Oh, she has got a knife. Oh, well spotted, whoever saw that. Look at her go! She's just like stabbing people up. Oh shit, I clicked on the child. Wait, I've lost my arrow. Small child! Oh shit, where's my bow gone? Put it away for some reason. The child runs my way and it puts the bow away. Fuck off, child. She's trying to get me killed. Why did you need to save her again? Because she was stood on a fire and didn't understand what fires did or do. So I had to save her from herself, really. Child, stab him in the back. I will tank from the front. Go, child soldier. Go. Nah, her dad's dead. He died in the fire. Not my fire. I didn't start it before anyone accuses me. But she is definitely an orphan now. So, oh, music stopped again. That's fine.
I eventually made my way to a man stood next to a boat, which I'm sure is the equivalent of a man stood next to a van saying free candy inside. But, you know, I took a chance here, and he seemed happy to see me and Charlotte, and even gave me some XP.
We made it. You were a very brave young lady. Please wait here and I'll take you to your mother in Sultan as soon as it's safe. Thanks, friend. You are great. I mean, okay, go to the random stranger. You good? Welcome again, friend. I am surprised you are still here, but I will answer any further questions before you leave to the best of my ability. Why is a creepy old man hanging around a river with a boat? As I mentioned, you can use the boat to travel to Solace Bridge outskirts. The guardsmen who survived this battle are mounting a defense there and prefer... Okay, listen. I'm on to you, boat boy.
Despite my suspicions, I got on the boat anyway, and it took me to a new area.
Woo!
Upon arriving in the new zone, I was greeted by a guard, and once again had the joy of having a nice little conversation with this, it's not AI, I don't know what I want to call it, like a chatbot, I guess.
I gotta do my best voice. Greetings, Outlander. Captain Kinsey could use your assistance. You can find her in the Tower Ruins. Go at the path on the far side of Solace Bridge outskirts. What is that word? Bivouac? But before you go, I notice you have no head protection. Here, take this leather helm. It will protect your head, not only from hostiles, but also the weather. Why, thank you. Thank you. Is that so? One of our scouts said there are undead in the ruins to the southwest. Does jet fuel melt steel beams? How peculiar of you to say so. Most people who pass through the swamps are best upon... Okay, well, probably not the best conversation to have.
I made my way up a hill which led to a refugee camp which was full of different NPCs I can interact with. I also found a bunch of children doing some sort of seance, so naturally I went and investigated.
Oh, is this the Dark Brotherhood? Bloody bones. He walks the night, he walks the day, forever seeking out his prey. A bloody trail he leaves behind, bloody footprints for all to find. Bloody bones, listen for his hungry moans. Bloody bones, look out for his dripping bones. Cross him not for blood he needs, it is your blood in which he feeds. No flesh upon his red bone frame, just blood and bone give him his name. That's pretty metal. Oh, it's page 2. I ain't reading that.
I have to give it to them, they've made this game quite interactive. There are no quest markers. If you want to find out what to do next, you have to get up and go and speak to people. Yes, the chat box is a bit silly and quite janky, but I get what they were trying to do. It reminds me of those really old text typing games. Ones where you'd be like, walk north, walk south, open door. A good example of this is a game called Don't Shit Your Pants, where if you don't do stuff in the right order, well, you shit your pants. Honestly, go check it out. It's a really good metaphor. I'm assuming as well there are some secret or hidden quests which can only be discovered if you say the right phrase to the person. The main quest line as well seems to want to gift you a house so that you can go build a plot of land somewhere, which I'll get to a bit later. Overall though, the question wasn't bad. It's definitely not the worst question I've seen, and I think it was actually trying to be quite innovative for the time. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that there was no voice acting. I mean, maybe even AI voice wouldn't be so bad, but it's very text heavy, and I just find this kind of annoying in modern games. And yes, you could argue this is a modern title, given the fact that it was released in about 2018. It was still early days, but I hadn't seen the whole actions have consequences play out just yet, but I'm guessing it's because this is still the tutorial area. I continued adventuring when something truly amazing happened. I spotted another player, which meant one thing and one thing only. It was time to be social in a MMO.
Can I fight him? I gotta fight him. Can I attack or what? I don't know. I want to attack him.
Naturally, my first instinct when seeing another player was that I wanted to hurt them. There is PvP in this game, but it's only in certain situations. For the most part, you are protected, unless you go to an area where it's a open free-for-all. But dueling is allowed, which is exactly what I decided to do.
Yeah! Run! Oh. I'm having an out-of-body experience here. Wait, how do I get my body back? You've died, but fear not. As an avatar, you can never truly die. For now, you are a ghost and must find a glowing ink to return to the world of the living. This is not the first time I've had to do the walk of shame in what I can only describe as ghost form. Good fight. I almost had you.
I then proceeded to ask my new friend here some questions about the game and just generally how long they've been playing it. To my surprise, they said this.
He's gonna be like, I'm guessing 1,000 hours. 1,000 hours, I'm calling it now. 1,000 hours. More people watching the stream than playing the game. I just checked stream charts. Yes, we're relevant. Let's go. Lazy replied. 32 days, 16 hours, 19 minutes in game time. What does Steam say? What's 32 days? Anyone know? 32 days? We're role playing. We're role playing. Let's go. Giggle. What's gypsy? What the fuck is that? He's singing. I don't even know what that is.
2 spells for my speed, but you can press W 2 times to default sprint.
Damn.
This whole time I've been walking like an idiot. My new friend here went on to tell me that the game isn't actually abandoned and that it gets updates every few months.
Oof. There is a crown store. I'm getting PTSD from ESO. I'm guessing they must make enough money from the crown store to keep the servers alive. Amazingly, whilst talking to my new friend, another player approached us. But I mean, I feel like it's Unity 5, right? So there's probably like some... Is that a person or what? Who is this? Is this a bot? I'm confused. Person? Where did they go? Where did he go? Where? I then went exploring some more with Piflet by my side. He kept dropping knowledge bombs on me about how the game works and the best way to do stuff, and honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably would have been a bit more lost than I usually am. He even showed me some of his pets that he had, and I had to say, they looked quite impressive. Which just goes to show there's more to this game than what I first thought. I mean, originally I thought it was just some KickStarter scam, but I generally think some development time went into this title, and I generally think there was an attempt to make a modern version of Ultima Online. Like most sandbox MMOs though, if there aren't players, then the game just doesn't work. However, one of the key features about Shroud of the Avatar are the player-run towns, and these towns are customizable by the players, so they can build plots on land, customize the shit out of them, and just make it look very, whatever this is. And I've seen this done before with games like Worm Online, and even with a small community, they can build great things. And I think this just goes to show that at some point, there was a living, breathing community. It might not be there now, and if it is, it's very small, but there was a point where this game actually had a player base. I'm sure to a lot of people this game is considered a flop, and probably rightly so. KiraTV did a really good video covering off Shroud of the Avatar, in particular the financial ongoings, the investments, the buyout, and of course the ongoings and questionable actions of Richard Garriott. Honestly, it's a great video, go watch it, but here's the caveat to all of that. I think when people talk about this game, it's always about the drama surrounding it, as opposed to the actual gameplay.
Son of a bitch, this is a scam, okay? This is a scam.
It did have some good ideas behind it, and they weren't necessarily poorly executed, they just weren't executed as good as they could be. And especially with today's technology, I think a lot of it would come together quite well. For instance, the interaction of NPCs, I like the idea of being able to freely talk to them and have a conversation. I know Skyrim has a mod where they put AI behind some NPCs, and it gives off some interesting storylines.
Dude, this is like the trolley problem. You're flip-flopping on your messaging. Either we do the game show and someone else dies, or we don't and I jump.
Hold on. You're comparing this to some philosophical riddle.
What a terrible person you are. Remember, you caused this.
I'm trying to help.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
I'm doing my best.
And I think that's the thing with Shroud of the Avatar. It has classic MMORPG systems, but realistically, it could do with modern day solutions.
And modern problems require modern solutions.
The combat is definitely janky enough that it could do with a modern day update. And I'm a strong advocate for voice over IP in MMOs. It's supposed to be a social game, so why can't you just talk to people? The amount of times that you do text chat, and you have to wonder, do people even see text chat? Or do they just ignore it and be antisocial? And at first, I thought traveling overworld was cool. It reminded me of Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. But the more I thought about it, the more I wondered if this would even work with more than 10 people on a server at a time. Yes, it works for single player, but multiplayer, I'm just not convinced. And the player towns, as great as they were to look at, they were just really confusing. The layouts just weren't great, and I'm not sure if that's because they were designed by people or just because they were big open plots of land that anyone could put anything anywhere. I don't know. It's hard to judge given the fact that I'm so late into this game. I'm just going to be very open and honest for my final thoughts, and I'm going to start off by telling you that I did not put as many hours into this game that I have done on some other reviews, and some other reviews which I knew the game was a scam. And it's for good reason as well. I mean, there's no player base this game. and I question if anyone will even have heard of this title, let alone have played it. So it's very likely this video will probably crash and burn when it comes to views. I also know that people look at Ultima Online very fondly, and this game, to be the spiritual successor to it, I just feel like it really isn't. It's like saying that Terra was a WoW killer. We all know how that ended. That's not to say that the game is bad. I actually think there are some good elements. However, there's also a lot of issues around the way that it was developed and the financial activities and ongoings. Like, I'm seriously questioning if this game is just kept alive to avoid a lawsuit. The fact that this game is still updated and quite regularly is a real shock to me. But the thing is, there are people who genuinely enjoy this title. And with that being said, it has a really great community. I met a few of the people in my stream, and honestly, they were nothing but helpful and nice. I think if you are curious about this title, then by all means go check it out. It costs nothing, and you never know, you might actually enjoy it. But anyway, on that bombshell, I'm going to end the review there. But what do you guys think? Do you think this was just another Kickstarter scam, or was there actually a truly honest effort to make the next Ultima Online? Let me know in the comment section below. And whilst we're on the subject of Ultima Online, if you get this video to 2,069 likes, I'll go do a full review of that game. And as always, a big thank you to my Patreon and YouTube members. Your support is greatly appreciated, especially the way YouTube's been recently with its ups and downs, so honestly, can't thank you enough. I'll leave a couple of videos on the screen for you now which you might enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.